But truckers don't ignore their gear. A loose door on a grade can kill someone. So after 15 minutes of pacing that truck stop lot, I forced myself back to the trailer. The steel doors stood shut, but without the lock, they looked vulnerable. A breeze lifted off the mountains, cold and sharp, tugging at the handles. I reached out, fingers brushing the metal, when a voice behind me said, "Don't." I turned. A man leaned against a fuel island post, cigarette glowing in the wind. He was another driver, maybe late 40s, hair like barbed wire, jacket patched with years of companies I half recognized. His rig was parked 2 lanes over, old Peterbilt, faded red, nose scarred with bug strikes. "You open that," he said, smoke curling from his mouth. "You'll never shut it again." My jaw clenched. "You got a problem?" He shook his head. "Not with you, with what you're hauling." I narrowed my eyes. "And what am I hauling?" He dropped the cigarette, grinding it under his boot. His gaze lifted to the mountains like he was measuring something older than roads. "Not freight, cargo." Before I could ask, he pushed off the post and strolled toward his truck. He didn't look back. The peak coughed, roared, and rolled out like the mountain swallowed it whole. I stood there, pulse hammering, the words burning, cargo, not freight. The trailer hummed behind me, not a mechanical hum, not vibration from refrigeration, a thrum, deep and slow, like a heart too big for ribs. I slammed the doors tight and latched them with chains I bought at the shop. It wouldn't stop whatever was inside, but it made me feel less naked. By noon, I was rolling north. The mountains gave way to the high plains, the horizon stretching like a blade through empty fields. Normally, I loved this part. Big sky, horizon endless, the kind of drive that clears a man's head. But not that day. That day, the mirrors lied. Every glance showed something different. Sometimes the trailer looked longer, stretching beyond the frame of the mirror. Sometimes shorter, like it was collapsing into itself. Once, just once, I swear, I saw a hand, thin, gray, the same color as that thing on the highway, pressing from inside the steel wall, fingers clawing for release. The CB crackled again. "You can't deliver it. They'll follow." "Who the hell is this?" I barked, but the channel went dead. I switched through every band, static. Truckers should have been thick on that stretch, but it was silence, like I dropped off the map. And then the red lights came back. Not in the mirrors this time, ahead. At first they looked like brake lights cresting the rise, but too bright, too wide, burning against the daylight. As I closed distance, the shape sharpened. A truck, old, long-nosed rig, cab flayed with rust, paint blackened like charcoal. The trailer behind it wasn't a box, wasn't a tanker, wasn't anything I'd ever seen. It looked wrong. Too tall, too narrow, edges bending where they shouldn't. The red lights weren't brake lamps. They were eyes, mounted high, glowing like furnaces. My stomach dropped. It was the same heat I'd felt the night before, crawling over my skin like an open oven door. I downshifted, trying to keep space, but the black truck matched me, gear for gear. Its stacks belched smoke the color of dried blood. My radio screamed static so loud it rattled the dash. Then, through the distortion, a single phrase. "Hand it over." I gritted my teeth, white-knuckling the wheel. Not a damn chance. The road narrowed through a cut in the hills. Guardrails glared silver in the noon light. The black truck edged closer, inches from scraping me into twisted steel. I floored it. My Cummins roared, trailer lurching. The speedometer climbed. The black rig matched. Faster, faster. My heart pounded like the tack climbing red. And then it vanished. Just gone. Like it had never been there. But the heat lingered. And the smell. Burnt metal, hot oil, sulfur thick enough to choke. I drove for hours, mind chewing itself raw. What was in my trailer? Why did that thing want it? Why did another driver warn me not to open it? By dusk, I couldn't take it anymore. Curiosity is a disease. A man can outrun fear, but not questions. I pulled off on an abandoned service road, weeds breaking through the asphalt. The sun bled red across the horizon, and my truck hissed as it cooled. I climbed down, boots crunching gravel, and walked to the trailer. My chains hung slack. The steel doors thrummed like something breathing inside. "Just look," I muttered. "Just look, get it over with." My hands shook as I unlatched the chains. The doors creaked, heavy, resisting like they knew. The smell hit first. Not rot, not chemicals. Something worse, like copper, like ozone, like air itself was burning wrong. Inside, stacked against the walls, were crates. Dozens, maybe 50, wood scarred and blackened, each stenciled with codes I didn't recognize. No company logos, no "this side up," just numbers, military style, and symbols that looked older than writing. And one of the crates was open. Not broken, opened. Inside wasn't cargo. Inside wasn't product. It was meat. Not animal, not human. Something between. Limbs bent wrong, skin gray and veined, eyes stitched shut with wire. The body pulsed faintly, as if blood still moved under the hide. Its mouth worked soundlessly, opening and closing, like it was still trying to breathe. I gagged, bile rising, stumbling back, my head spun, vision swimming with black. The sound filled my ears. Hundreds of tiny knocks, fist against wood, all the other crates pounding in unison like a heartbeat. Then the whisper, "Deliver us." I slammed the doors, chains rattling as I cinched them until my hands bled. My knees buckled and I vomited into the gravel. By the time I climbed back in the cab, night had fallen. And on the ridge above the road, silhouetted against the stars, the black truck waited. Its red eyes burned, patient. It didn't follow as I pulled out. It didn't need to. Because in my mirrors, writing my draft, were more of them. Not just one black truck now, 3, 4. Their lights flared in the dark, a convoy of predators stalking the kill. The CB hissed once more, voice sharp as broken glass. "Mile marker 137. Give it to us there, or we'll take you with it."